Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So as you can see, I'm going to be taking a look at the master from the 2025 release of Doctor Who Online exclusives. This figure is the Anthony Ainley figure. Now this is a figure that was originally released way back in was it 2010 or was it 2011? I'm not too sure. Anyway, they did release him as Chameleon, and it was a figure that still is quite rare to get hold of now. I think the last time I seen it, the figure was going for about 120 quid in the box with Peter Davison. Now, what I think is really cool about this version of him, it's a completely new head sculpt, and it's just amazing to have two different variations of the head. So you can have him laughing, you can have him plotting. There's just so much posability, and I suppose like with the lineup of some custom figures, you know, if you've got the skills, maybe you can utilize the spare head and put him on a suited body. So for those who missed out on the Planet of Fire set, you know, that's something that I'm thinking of doing. Not amazing by no stretch, but you know, it is something. Now, this figure has been sought after for quite a while. I've been so tempted to buy like 3D printed heads of Anthony Ainley, give it a go. You know, there was a fantastic one by, I think it's Doctor Who UK Customs. They did a Doctor Who Survival Anthony Ainley figure, and it was amazing on Etsy. Now, I hope that they do release that one in the future. However, you know, you can put like a little vampire cape on him to make him look like how he appeared in the Five Doctors. You know, this figure comes with a lot of accessories. For example, you've got the casket from the Doctor Who TV movie, and you've got the little I'm not too sure where it's from, but I do have a feeling it's the bow from the TV movie, and it's really nice to see like the figure's got such posability with the head. Sadly, there's no ball jointed arms on this figure. However, you know, if you're displaying him with all your masters or your doctors, he really does have a lot of posability. You know, with the range of accessories, you've got the tissue compressor device. You know, you can have it opened and closed. So like, if you're doing figure photography, you can have him like ready to activate the device and then close it. So honestly, paired with your Doctor figures, this is such a unique figure. The paint job is impressive. You know, it's just amazing. I really don't know what else to say, but this figure has so much posability with your other figures. You know, if you've got like your custom Adric or your season 18 Tom Baker, you know, it comes with a fantastic and quite beautifully done background, which is from Legopolis, and it's the very end scene where the Doctor ends up being unable to carry on, and he falls from the tower and regenerates into the sweet Peter Davison. Now, it's really great that they finally released this, because I've seen custom after custom, and there's been some fantastic customizers out there doing this figure, but it's just so lovely to have this in the collection, because I really never thought that I would have this figurine, and it's one that looks really great if you pose him with like the custom Valiard or some of your Time Lord figures and your Colin Baker. You know, it just looked like you can have a proper Trial of a Time Lord set up. So it's just amazing. It's really incredible. I just don't know what to say. I absolutely love this figure. It's so good. the eyes, the beard, just that cheesy grin, it's just so Anthony Ainley, it's just so there, and like so much of his character has gone into it. You know, I absolutely cannot believe we've finally got this one in the online exclusives wave. Now, he comes with his TARDIS as well, like the pillar, which I think's a unique one for anyone who missed out on the regeneration set with the Fifth Doctor in the Fourth Doctor's clothes, minus the coat and the scarf. You know, that figure was released with that. And I think it's just fantastic. Oh my god, I just, in the words of the Ninth Doctor, absolutely
fantastic.
Yeah, just, oh my god. So as you can see, I've put him next to some of my Doctors, and I've tried to do like a bit of a setup. You know, I've got my custom Rani that was made by the incredible Zoe Cross Customs, doing a video on this. This might be the one that comes out afterwards, so if you have watched that, feel free to check out my time in the Rani video, depending on which one comes first. And it's just, oh my god, it's just so good. It's just so good. Like, I know he appeared in some theatre productions during the 50s as well. I think as well, like, when like you go back to just like researching and looking into like how they got their roles and stuff like that, being like a drama graduate, it's plus having the same like first name, it's like really cool. I thought it was really interesting to find out that he's not just new to like the fantasy adventure series, you know, like Doctor Who. He's been in The Land That Time Forgot. It's really sad that he died on May 3rd, 2004, and it's really sad because if you would have, you know, I really wish they didn't cancel Doctor Who in the 1989, because it would have been sick to see him like take on Paul McGann. He's just a delight to watch. He's so maniacal, and his laugh as well, like, 3D printing. Like, the flesh doesn't look like it's been slapped on with a paintbrush. The eyes and the beard and the hairs, just little finer details just really make this stand out. You know, you've got that beautiful collar that he has with like the gold bits of trim and the buttons on the like an overcoat. You know, it's very, not to sound obvious, but it is something that a villain would wear. You know, he just plays the part fantastic. You know, it's just so, like, everything, like, he's so devious, and like the Cybermen cop for it in the Five Doctors when he tricks them. You know, the smugness of the character, and like he's enjoying it every time he confronts the Doctor. He's just lapping every second up. It's tremendous to watch, honestly. You know, oh god.
It's all mine.
Energizing to watch. Like, you could be having like a bad day, or you're just going through like your Doctor Who binge marathon, and there he is. Just wonderful casting. Because like, I know they probably thought, you know, having the Master back after Roger Delgado, it would have been quite sad, you know. But he did it. And I feel like from the classic series, you know, coming after Roger, must have been a tough act to follow. It's kind of like how John Sim was, you know, with Michelle Gomez taking over the reins, but she was incredible as well. Like, just, oh my god, so good. I mean, it's very interesting to know that Anthony Ainley stepped down from his appearance and gave up acting after Doctor Who was cancelled. Seeing him in like Destiny of the Doctors, he commands the screen's presence. Just, oh my god, like, I really wish he was still with us to see like how the show has changed as well. So Anthony Ainley was lucky enough to be honest, like one of many masters to take on quite a few. Like every Doctor from Tom Baker to Peter Davison in Castrovalva and Logopolis, you know, they would then go on to appear in the 1983 20th anniversary special, The Five Doctors, and he had a cameo, and it's, you know, he didn't just meet like the Fifth Doctor like once, you know, Castrovalva, The Five Doctors, The Caves of Androzani, you know, it's just, oh my god, it's just amazing, like, wow. And then he went on to like team up with the Rani and the Valiard in like The Trial of a Time Lord and The Mark of the Rani, and then, you know, he was in Planet of Fire. Like, how many episodes has he you know, like appeared in? Pretty much nearly every single Doctor of the 80s. You know, like he was last seen in Survival in 1989 and got to take on the Seventh Doctor, and he's surrounded by cheetah people. So you know, it's, and then he ended up going on to do that Doctor Who game, Destiny of the Doctors, and that was fantastic because he's just such a delight to watch. He's just bursting with energy, and E numbers, he's just, oh my god. So it's got a great host of articulation, the ball jointed head, where you can have him looking up, down, like, you know, the usual sort of posability. But I think the only thing that lets this figure down for me is it would have been really cool to maybe have had ball jointed arms. The figure itself is absolutely unique. It's definitely one that you can display, you can customize if there's a spare head. You know, there's so many different costumes you can do of Anthony Ainley from the show, and I think it would be really lovely if they did release the outfit from Survival, because it's definitely one that I want to see on the shelf for definite. You know, the face, the hand sculpt, so we can pose and use this tissue compressor. So overall, I'm going to give this figure a 10 out of 10 purely for detail. I'm going to give about a 9 out of 10 for articulation, just because I think it would have been nice to have had the ball jointed arms if you wanted to do like regeneration or put him in like more fighting poses. However, fantastic figure. I'm so glad to finally have this in the collection. And if you've made it this far, please forgive me just gushing over how much I love this figure. It's just incredible, absolutely brilliant character, and I think it's fantastic that they've just released the Tegan and Dalek. So I will look forward. That will be the regular short style video where I just do my thoughts and feelings. But this one, I think it's just really special because it was a Christmas present, and I've always wanted an Anthony Ainley. It's just fantastic to have him in figure form. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay fabulous. Bye.